Well, Dave, I'm rather sad, because this is the end of my conversation with you during this time of lockdown. I trust that we will have many more conversations in the future when things go back to normal, or not to normal, or the new normal, whatever that's going to be. I think it's going to be exciting about that.
Sure.
So, Dave, we're going to do our last truth. And that's wrapping up the theme of the last maybe 2 years, the theme of freedom and the theme of truth. And I remember the time that when we were back doing a Sunday afternoon session with you.
The preacher session.
And you said we're going to talk about freedom.
Yeah.
I was so excited, because that was something really, for me, that I value, in this thing. And then more and more, as I'm going through the discipleship, and I think I quoted this thing, for me, true freedom is when you're starting to actually willing to let go of that, the pure expression of freedom is actually to let go. So it's contrary to what the world thinks about freedom. There's a freedom about us that's different to the world. So freedom and truth, and then the scripture that we read, it says, Jesus says, "I'm the way, I'm the truth, and I'm the light, the life." And then he said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free."
Right.
And I think I mentioned in my message when I spoke about this, I like the idea of make free instead of set free in certain translation, because make to me is like a process. It's a process of transformation. It's a process of becoming free.
Right.
It's not a one moment, now you are free. I guess it is.
There are moments like that. They're all part of a process.
They're all part of the process, of becoming free. And that's what I'm really enjoying. There's no question in that. I want to even just give a comment.
Well, it makes me realize this. A church can't give us the life of Christ. Only Christ himself can give us his life, and he does it through the gospel.
Yes.
The gospel is the power of God unto salvation to all who believe. But the church can give us a place to live that life. And some churches can do that better than others. And some churches, if they don't honor that process, will actually cause us to walk in more bondage. And that's what you want to avoid.
Yes.
The place that should be encouraging and calling out and facilitating more freedom actually becomes a place of control and bondage. And we look back over church history, it's amazing how many revivals all had this one common word at center, the word yield or surrender. Andrew Murray's revivals in the 1860s down there in the Boerland, Western Cape, in Worcester, around there, was all about surrender. And he wrote books about total surrender. It was one of his books I read many years ago. And many, many revivals, you can analyze them. You'll see that the practice of surrender. And I think we're in one of those seasons now. God's inviting us in this lockdown time to come to a place of fresh surrender to him. And God only knows what he can do with a surrendered humanity, hey?
So what will be a practical way for us in this time to practice surrender?
I think it's, first of all, to start loving the Lord and his purposes more than our own egos. Let's get off the throne, let him be on. And let him be Lord. And we're not. Adam tried to be the Lord, and at that point he lost it. And creation went into pain. And when we say, Lord, won't you stay in charge? You want to be in charge. And it's been amazing to me in this whole pandemic that we're watching globally, more and more people are saying God is on the throne, God is in control. And I love that. It's true. It's true. We don't always let him be there, but the more we are saying it, the more we're leaning into that, the more he is going to take that place and reign. And when he reigns, we're going to see a new humanity begin to emerge. And the wonderful thing about it, God uses the foolish things to confound the wise, the poor to confound the rich, etc. He does. That's his way, because he's sovereign. And if he wants to choose ordinary belukas like you and me to bring about a change, so be it. As we surrender, you don't know what he can do with a surrendered life. It's amazing. I'll tell you, Paul Verreyn, I don't know if you remember Paul. He was the Methodist bishop in Joburg, but we had varsity together at Rhodes. And Paul used to say, when he was serving at St. John's Methodist, he used to say that on his day off, his Monday, he would take his sabbatical recreation was to go and ride the super tube on the beachfront. And Paul used to ride the super tube. He said they knew him so well, they used to give him a season ticket. He'd ride that tube every Monday. And he said to me, I learned something. The way to get the best ride out of the super tube was the way, listen to this, of least resistance. As I yield to the ride, I lean into the tube, I have the most thrilling experience.
Yeah.
And I thought, there's a parable in there.
Yeah.
The way we get the best ride in God is to yield to Him. Let God be God, and let me stay the one who follows, not the one who tries to lead Him. I don't make plans to ask God to bless Him.
Yeah.
I say, Lord, what do you want? And we learn to listen.
Yeah.
And come back to discipleship all over again, listening to His voice. Eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And in that is freedom.
There's freedom.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, another discussion, and Rory and myself often have, is this. He says, well, it's freedom, but we are slaves. We're either slaves of sin or we're slaves to Christ.
Yeah, is
absolutely.
That true? I believe it.
Well done, Rory. You got it right there.
No, I believe that's true. We have to choose one or the other.
So our freedom is in choosing.
Our freedom is in choosing. We can choose. And 1 John 3:8 says, for this reason the Son of God appeared, to destroy the works of the evil one. That's why He came, and to give us another option. Hey guys, here I am. I'm giving you another choice.
Yeah.
It's another choice. So much of our bondage has to do with our quest for esteem. Does my life count? How can I make it count? How can my life, in the words of one of our other fountain preachers recently, have meaning? I think it was Josh Glennie spoke about meaning. How can my life have meaning?
Yeah.
And our quest for esteem. I wrote something down that I wanted to share with you. Self-esteem is a human hunger for the divine dignity that God intended as our emotional birthright in His image. Can I give that again? Let me give it again. Come on.
You're going to give me the third time, because you gave that to us the day that we spoke about truth.
And
you had a list of truths.
So let's read it again. Self-esteem is the human hunger for the divine dignity God intended as our emotional birthright in His image. Isn't that good news?
Absolutely. Yeah. Sure. Dave, so that's it. I want to thank you very much. I really appreciate the time you spent with me.
So, it's a pleasure.
Dave, you are not just the pastor of Vineyard, but you're what do they call you? The leader or the president of the Vineyard movement?
Lead Wally. Now I'm the national director.
He's a national director. Dave, and you actually spent this time with me, and not at one moment did you make, and you're a doctor as well in theology,
in pastoral theology.
And you've never made me feel like I'm not on the same level. That's the ability that you've got, Dave, that is very precious. So Dave, if I could, I would hug you, but I will just do you. Thank you so much.
Can I give you one last thought that I also wanted to say, that beautiful young people are accidents of nature. So we're busy with choices, accidents of nature, beautiful young people. But beautiful, and this is for all the elderly amongst us, beautiful old people are works of grace.
Absolutely.
May God help us during this lockdown time to become works of grace as we make good choices in life. Walter, thank you for this time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave.